Hello and welcome to another video from Paraplays VR, and in this video we're going to be looking at Fated. And as I'm sat here on the back of this horse and cart, look at my wife, isn't she beautiful? Every man's dream, although her hands are a little bit big. It's a little bit worrying. Hope she's not a builder going through that stage where she likes coming home and wearing women's clothes. As you can see, there's me couple of bairns. My wife is beautiful. And we're sat on the back of this cart and we're going to be looking at Jennifer Lopez's ass for the next 10 minutes, working that ass. And this is actually the second part in this video, because the first part I didn't want to spoil it in case you wanted to actually get into it. So this is actually a little bit further into the game to give you a flavour of what's coming. And isn't she beautiful? Come here, give me a kiss. Look at her ass. I'll spank that later. Anyway, the first thing that hit me about this game was the quality of the VR is absolutely incredible. It really is beautifully sharp. It's got a really beautiful stylized look to it, a little bit like Vanishing Realms. And you actually have a body, you are an avatar, and with the 360 pad, which is what I am actually playing with, you can move your hands, interact with a bow and arrow. And I won't spoil some of the other things that are actually in this game, but there are things to do. But what it really is an interactive storytelling game. It's kind of like the future of storytelling. As you can see, I can move the horse slightly by moving it like this. And as we get to look at that ass, all I can think of is Nicki Minaj and Kim Kardashian. For me personally, I like slim athletic girls. I don't like fat asses. But let's crack on. So, the game really, to give you the official blurb, is it's set in the mythical age of Vikings. The Silent Oath tells a tale of courage and sacrifice where an everyday father and husband must do the impossible to save his family from the destruction of the world at the hands of giants of old. Fated is a first-person, movie-length narrative adventure game in a virtual reality world. This immersive game with a stunning visual showcases the best that VR has to offer, proposing a strong, story-driven narrative experience that focuses on emotion over gameplay. And the key features of this game are first-person virtual reality, highly polished visuals, fully immersive and emotional journey, enchanting and captivating musical atmosphere, and strong, story-driven narrative experience. Now, that's the official blurb. But as I mentioned at the beginning, the VR in this game is very, very strong. The sense of immersion is absolutely fantastic. The slight negative to the game, I thought that the first part was a little bit too slow-paced, as in walking around and moving felt very, very slow. But the actual immersion factor is fantastic. So if you've got a little bit of brass in your pocket and you want something that's slightly different, it's not hugely interactive, but it is, I feel, a great way, and really does showcase the future of storytelling within virtual reality.
Flew across the 9 realms from morning to night and reported all they saw. Odin worried that Hugin, who represented thought, might not return. But even more so, he feared the loss of Munin, who was desire.
I've actually whizzed the game on a little bit further here into the same level. And as you can see, usually when you get in a game and there's fog and mist, it affects the frame rate. Absolutely no issues whatsoever, and it looks fantastic in virtual reality. Even with the issues we have with low res and screen door and everything else, you're going to forget about that in this game. I'm telling you, you're going to forget about it. I really do love the stylized look of this game. It is absolutely beautiful. And even though I've been looking at this horse's ass for the last 10 minutes, it's all worth it, because as with everything in this game, you never know what's going to happen and what's around the corner, as you're about to find out. The sense of scale is fantastic. The audio is very, very well done. I think that's a factor that is overlooked in a lot of games. I'm actually controlling the horse here with left and right with the pads. So it really is highly recommended, and we'll let it just run through this little scene here, and I'll give you a little bit more in depth as we get further in, as we get around this corner. We're about to pick up a little bit of speed.
I will do what I can to put time on your side, but it is you who must steer her to safety.
Now Now, this being, again, I'm not going to spoil it for you, that is on the right that was attacking us. In virtual reality, it is huge. It really is big. Whoa, I actually thought we were going to go off the edge then. Yes, it is quite good. Really, really good. I can't emphasize enough this game about the attention to detail these guys have put in. There is a lot in it. It is absolutely beautiful. And I hope that they release possibly another chapter or even another complete style set of this game, you know, with a little bit more choices such as left path, right path that could affect the game, giving it a little bit more replayability would be a good one. Possibly, I know obviously with this being their first game, they need to make a return on this, but possibly if they could reduce the price slightly, I think a lot more people would probably buy this, as it is an interactive story. It's not a huge amount so far. This may change as we get further in. It's like Attack on Titans. It may change as we get further in, but like Call of the Starseed, the production value on this game is exceedingly high. So as I stood here having a meeting with my wife, I've actually skipped on a little bit again because I don't want to give away too many spoilers. As I'm stood here talking to the mother-in-law and my beautiful wife, who's going to get it later, it's time to move around. And we move around with the 360 pad. As you can see, it's quite a slow motion. This is probably to help you with motion sickness, I'm guessing. And there is a motion in-game, or if you click the right stick, it will move at a certain increment, such as 45 degrees left or right, almost like a kind of blink system. And this does help with the motion sickness if you get it. As you can see, I can still move around with the left stick, and I can walk past my annoying son. Oh, I'm going to burn his backside in a minute if he doesn't stop getting in my way. So we can move down into the tunnels. Quite a really nice effect on this torch, I'll be honest, and it kind of does follow around your head. Now, as you can see there, I accidentally pressed left on the D-pad, and it brings up a comfort zone. It brings up cubes all around the environment. Now, I'm not quite sure what this is for. It's supposed to help with motion sickness, but it really didn't make any difference to me at all. In fact, if anything, it took me out of the immersion. I do like the effect on this flame. As you can see, there's another one there on the floor. You can put the tiles in. And you can see I'm just spinning around. I want to come back up to my wife because she's just beautiful. I can't keep my hands off her. Give us a kiss. Come on, give us a kiss. Nobody's looking. Everybody's looking the other way. Where are you? Give us a kiss. Come on. Come here. I want more of that later. Anyway. Let's move it on. Yes, the game is not just about interactive story. There are also puzzles and challenges and things for you to do in the game. Again, I'm choosing my words carefully here because I don't want to spoil it for you should you come in. But what you're about to see as we go through here is just a little sneak peek of the sort of thing that you may find in Fated. But I'm going to keep this video quite short, so I'm probably going to end it here just after we go into this room and tell you that this game is highly, highly recommended. It really is an enjoyable experience. So if you're looking for an interactive story that's very kind of slow-paced, is interesting, and something that you probably haven't got in your library, then Fated is highly recommended. In the meantime, I've been Paraplays VR. This has been Fated on the HTC VIVE. It's bloody good. Go out, get it, and try it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video coming real soon.
Scary. Do you think... No, it couldn't be.